Assalamualaikum dear students. Our today's topic for discussion is a story Appa-mam. This is lesson number 7 of our first 11th class English. Appa-mam, written by Padma Hejmadi. In today's lesson we will be discussing about the author, its characters, and we will also discuss the summary of the story. So now let's start. Let me give you a brief introduction about the writer, that is Padma Hejmadi. Dear students, Padma Hejmadi, also known as Padma Perera, born in Chennai, is an Indian English writer, poet, photographer, and a trained Indian classical dancer in Manipuri style. She graduated from the University of Michigan, USA. Her best known works are Rome to Fly, Birthday, Death Day, and Other Stories, 1985 and 1992. Dr. Salam and Other Stories of India, which she has written in 1978. At Michigan, she won Hope Good Award for Fiction. This was introduction about the writer Padma Hejmadi. let let us discuss about the characters. The major characters found in the story are the following: Appa-mam, who claims to be a sannyasi. Appa-mam is a character in the story. He claims to be a sannyasi. Number second character here is grandmother. Grandmother is a generous and caring woman. She probably is sister to Appa-mam. Now there is another character, that is grandfather. Grandfather is a tough, shrewd but kind and just old man. There is another character, that is Kopu. Kopu is housemaid cleaning the house and utensils. There are other characters, that is narrator and other children in the family. Now summary of Appa-mam. Dear students, Appa-mam is a short story written by Padma Hejmadi. The word "mam" has been taken from Tamil, which means uncle. This is a humorous story that deals with a man who claims to be a sannyasi, although he enjoys his living. Later he turns out to be a cheat. Appa-mam is an uncle to the younger members. Appa-mam is an uncle to the younger members, and elders called him Appa. As elders called him Appa and he was an uncle, the younger of the family started calling him Appa-mam. Apart from this epithet, he was called with other epithets as shameless rascal and old burnt face. However, he took these epithets as titles or decorations. The narrator met Appa-mam for the first time when her mother took them to Madras to stay with her grandparents. They found Appa-mam seated in grandfather's chair, wearing grandfather's dhoti and smoking bidi, his head clean shaved and forehead coated with ashes, busy studying newspaper. Whenever asked about his whereabouts, he always added that he is doing meditation, wherein he had renounced worldly joys in search of spiritual knowledge, but his behavior nullified everything. Later, Appa-mam announced that he was going on foot to the temple at Tirukazhu, Tirukazhu Kunram, and he would return by nightfall. Late in the evening he came back after the day's pilgrimage, being dead tired. To his experience he added that a few days of soft living had spoiled him. As a result, it was not possible for him to undergo even a single day's starvation, so he did not eat the food packet in the container but gave to other pilgrimage, and had been without food for 2 days. Appa-mam was teased everyone every time when the younger uncle pretended to adjust his hollow, he would say that it was always a little in the wrong position. He would say that it was always a little in the wrong position. He discussed his nightmare that had become the part of family legend. He returned after 3 years during night time. He returned after 3 years during night time. The boys were away at college, and the writer's grandparents had gone to bed early. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared at the gate, calling, Primavati, Primavati. Grandmother woke up and got frightened. For a moment, waking up grandfather as well, who asked him where the old burnt face had been. Actually, he had returned and brought back 25 rupees he had taken from the grandfather's desk, which made uncles decide that this virtuous act had brought on the nightmare. Later, grandfather woke up at midnight, finding Appa-mam shouting some nonsense and dancing like a dervish around his bed. Grandfather stopped him and felt astonished to see that he had been sleeping all the time. One day, to the utter surprise of grandfather, Appa-mam's disciples, Appa-mam's disciples paid a visit as they wanted a darshan and get blessing, for he had been practicing meditation for years near North Indian village. Everybody made a critical remark that hardly mattered for Appa-mam. He gave a damn to everything, finished his breakfast, sat cross-legged under the neem tree, and saw them one by one. Such an act surprised the members of the family, who had never thought that Appa-mam could give blessing to others, proving himself to be a real sannyasi. Later, the story ends with a twist where 2 days later the earrings of the writer's aunt were missing, with a remark that even Appa-mam was also not seen for days together. Appa-mam's disappearance jolted the writer in her opinion about him. Thank you very much.